All right, today we're going to completely change the way you think about meta advertising. I mean it. Forget all the guesswork. We are talking about building a predictable lead machine, and it's all powered by AI.
So let me start by asking you a question. Just seriously, take a second and think about it. What would actually happen to your business if you could just turn on a tap and have new, qualified leads coming in from Facebook and Instagram every single day? I'm not talking about a good week here and there. I'm talking about consistent, reliable growth. And look, this isn't some pipe dream. It's what happens when you learn how to train Meta's AI instead of constantly fighting against it.
You see, for most people, running ads feels like that old way on the left. It's just chaos, right? It's a jumbled mess of guessing what might work, boosting posts and hoping for the best, and honestly, a lot of wasted money. The new way, though, it's the total opposite. It's systematic, it's clean, it's simple, and it produces results you can actually count on. And the reason why is because it's built with AI from the ground up, not against it. And to get to that new way, we have to make one really big shift in our thinking. We have to move from fighting the AI to training the AI. Okay, let's just get real for a second. Here's the hard truth. The reason most businesses fail with their ads is because they are literally trying to be smarter than the machine. They're in there manually picking tiny audiences, making a million little tweaks, trying to force an outcome they think should happen. But what they're really doing is trying to outguess an AI that has, billions of data points on user behavior that we could never even imagine. It's a losing battle from the start.
So this is the most crucial point of this entire conversation. The advertisers who are absolutely crushing it right now, they've stopped fighting. Instead, they figured out how to become AI trainers. They feed the AI the right ingredients, they give it really clear goals, and then they get out of the way and let it do the heavy lifting of finding their perfect customers. And believe me, this changes everything.
So you're probably asking, okay, how do I actually train the AI? Well, it all starts with pillar number one, the AI creative engine.
You see, the old way was like trying to be a genius inventor, slaving away to come up with that one perfect ad. But the new way? Professionals are using AI to generate 20, 30, even more variations in an instant. We're talking different hooks, different angles, completely different scripts. You stop being a guesser and you start being a tester.
And the process itself becomes incredibly simple. Step one, you use AI tools to spit out a whole bunch of ad variations. Step two, you launch them to test all those different hooks and angles. And then, step three, the best part. You let Meta's own algorithm figure out which one is the winner, and it automatically puts the budget behind it. No more guesswork. The machine tells you what works.
Okay, so you've got this engine cranking out all these great creatives, but where do you put them so they can actually do their job? Well, that brings us to pillar number two, the simple campaign structure.
You know, we've all been led to believe that more complexity means better results, right? Like you need dozens of ad sets, hyper-specific targeting, all these convoluted rules. But the exact opposite is true. Complexity is the enemy of scale. The algorithm actually works best when you give it room to learn and breathe. And the campaigns that perform the best, time and time again, are almost always the simplest ones.
In this right here, this is exactly what that simple structure looks like in practice. Instead of some messy web with 20 different ad sets, you have one single campaign, maybe 1 to 3 ad sets max, and really broad targeting. What this does is it pulls all of your budget and your data, giving Meta's AI the maximum amount of information to find your ideal customers for you. It's really about letting go of that need for control and starting to trust the machine.
Okay, you've got winning ads, they're running in a powerful campaign structure, and the leads are starting to come in. Awesome. But the job is not done. In fact, the most critical part is next, and that brings us to our final pillar, the instant follow-up system.
I want you to just look at this number for a second. 70%. Let that sink in. That means for every 10 leads you work so hard to generate, 7 of them, 7, could be lost forever. Not because your offer was bad, not because they weren't interested, but simply because you didn't get back to them fast enough. This is where most businesses are just leaking money and they don't even see it. It's just a fundamental rule of the game today. Speed wins. The very first business that responds to a new lead is the one that's most likely to get their business. It's not just a small advantage anymore. It is often the single deciding factor. And this is where AI becomes a complete game changer, even after the click. An automated system can reply to a new lead within seconds, not minutes, not hours. It can engage them in a conversation, answer their basic questions, and even book an appointment directly onto your calendar without you lifting a finger. And it doesn't just stop there. It can keep following up day after day until that lead either converts or tells you to stop. This system makes sure that no lead ever goes cold again.
So let's put this all together. These 3 pillars, they aren't just separate tactics you can pick and choose from. They are the essential components of a single, powerful, cohesive system, your predictable lead machine.
And here is the formula. It's really this straightforward. The AI Creative Engine provides the high-octane fuel. The simple campaign structure is the high-performance chassis that it all runs on. And the instant follow-up system? That's the conversion engine that turns all that interest into actual revenue. You put them together, and what you get is a true, predictable lead machine for your business.
So I'm going to leave you with one final thought to chew on. I want you to take an honest look at your own advertising efforts right now. Is your business set up to be an AI trainer, feeding it the right ingredients and letting it go to work for you? Or are you still stuck in that old world, fighting the machine every day and just kind of hoping for the best? Because the answer to that question could very well define the future growth of your entire business.